if you were, it's so interesting though in terms of the the huge payout, right?
Yeah.
Because as you see there, like I'm obviously fascinated by it, but like even my studio guys who don't trade, but they work obviously within the sort of trading industry and have an understanding of it, they're fascinated by it, you know? And yeah, you just seem so calm, you know, and collected by it. And obviously we've talked about the journey, the highs and lows there, and you've already sort of seen some substantial figures before.
Yeah.
But even then, like still, it just seems like
ultimately, like if I'm bragging about it, it's appeasing my ego, because me bragging about it is not going to do anything for anybody.
I mean, more so like just like even excited for yourself, not for bragging in terms of like social media wise. Even when we were talking downstairs, it wasn't like I didn't get this sense of like excitement or like buzz, if you will, you know? Like, whoa, like this is great. You know what I mean? Not to say that you don't feel that way, but more so just like
it's a great achievement, right? And I can really acknowledge that it's a great achievement. And I'm happy to be fact checked on it. Like you said right at the start. I think I am the most paid prop firm trader ever. Like, and I'm quite happy to be fact checked on that. But I think FTMO is in the like $1 million. 1.1. Apex before me was like 1.4, 1.3. Top Step never paid anyone that. No other firm have ever paid anyone that. So like, at that point, you just start to think, who am I doing it for? Like, if I have the title of the most profitable prop firm trader ever, great, cool, that's great. But it doesn't mean that number's going to increase because of that. And I'm happy to show people that number from a motivational perspective and to appease the doubters and the haters. But like, when I break it down, I just struggle to spend that money if I really wanted to. You know, like, I have a house, I have a car. I could go and buy a nice car, which I have a nice car on order already, and I've had that car on order for a while now. But like, the first thing I did was call my parents and be like, do you need any money paying off for anything? Because I just have a lot of money sitting around doing nothing with it before I go and invest it or do a portion of budget to do some crazy stuff with.
Yeah, of course.
Do you need anything paying off? And my siblings, and that for me is the most rewarding part, right? Just being able to be like, hey,
everyone's goal.
Yeah, just whatever money you need paying off, send me the bill, I'll pay it. You know, and that for me was the big reward. But I don't want to slip into bad habits of being like, fuck, I've got all this money now. Like, we're back. The comeback's so much better than the setback. You know, all those things. Yeah. Because it just feeds into the one thing I've spent a lot of time really getting control over.
Yeah.
And
you feel like that's what it's like though. It's like once you've worked on it and you have to maintain that. If you start to feed into it,
it can grow. Yeah, because I could go on a villain arc and just be like, everyone show me everything. Come on, show me your real results. Do all this stuff. I don't care. I just do not care. Like, you know, people can sit there and be like, this strategy does not work. Blah blah blah. Cool. Do not care. Like, and that's just the reality of that. And I just, I don't want to feed that ego, because that villain arc can spiral quickly, and I can become a public enemy number one. And suddenly, I always remember the saying, right? You don't want to meet your heroes. Like, people never want to meet your hero in life, because typically they're arseholes, right? Or don't live long enough to become your own enemy. Yeah. Sam Bankman-Fried, for example, right? That guy just went and bragged about how much money FTX was making, all this stuff, and then become the villain.